Now, let's talk about Devin Williams punching a wall in celebration. And
Oh my God.
now, one of the nastiest relievers in Major League Baseball is out for the postseason.
The airbender, the guy who didn't start off the season well, but has really had a fantastic second half and is a staple in the back end of that bullpen for the Milwaukee Brewers. Similar to Huascar Yanoa, who was out 2.5 months after he punched a wall. There's a saying, the wall always wins. What are you doing, Devin Williams? What are you doing? You're about to go into the playoffs. The Brewers are in first place, and you were drinking or whatever you're doing on the side, and you get angry and you punch a wall. And I don't want to misquote him, but I think he just straight up said, yeah, it was my fault. If I could take it back, I would. No shit, you'd take it back, Devin Williams. Very irresponsible. And I'm coming at it in this way because I love Devin Williams so much and wanted to see him pitch in the playoffs. But the Brewers still have Josh Hader. They still got Brad Boxberger. They got a lot of dudes. And they even got, we've talked about this guy kind of underratedly, Aaron Ashby. Yeah. Is this strong left-handed pitcher who I think they'll throw back in the bullpen. So just, God damn it, Devin.
And you've got Lauer as your 4. You've got 3 world-class pitchers ready to start games, and you've got a good pitcher ready to start a 4th with Ashby ready in long relief. And you've got Hader, Boxberger, Brent Suter's fine too.
Brett Anderson, they still got thrown around.
Exactly. Like, it's all okay.
Yes.
That would just put the Brewers bullpen over the top. And if everybody could get the pitching staff through 7 innings, right? If those starters could give you a strong 6 and you get Cousins or Suter or Boxberger throwing a good 7th, 8th is Devin Williams, 9th is Josh Hader. That's it, right? Wrap that thing up.
And the Brewers will most likely play the Braves in the first round. The wild card team, which will be the Cardinals, and the Dodgers most likely is going to play the Giants. So it's going to be Braves, Brewers. Is that enough of an edge there for you to say, okay, the Braves really have a shot?
No.
You're shaking your head no. I sort of agree, but the Braves bullpen has actually been really good. The addition of Richard Rodriguez has been very good to them. And their offense, their lineup, 1 to 8, the addition of Eddie Rosario, they have a freaking loaded team.
It's really good. I don't think the rotation's good enough to win a playoff series.
Let me tell you this. Charlie Morton only gets better when things get tough. Max Fried came off of Maddox. Well, before he threw his Maddox, which is a complete game shutout under 100 pitches, threw 7 shutout innings. Then against the Phillies, he just had 7 innings, 1 run. He's on top of his game. Charlie Morton's on top of his game. Ian Anderson is a solid 3. I really think the Braves can compete with the Brewers at this point.
Yeah, I just think that Brewers staff is so good. But it took a massive blow. And to quantify what you're saying about Devin Williams getting so much better in the second half, this is how bad this hurts.
Yeah.
First half of the year, Devin Williams had a 2.6 strikeout to walk rate, 52 strikeouts, 20 walks. He did not have good command whatsoever. In the second half, he doubled that strikeout to walk rate. So from 2.6 to 4.4, a little bit less than doubled. But let's talk about the actual, splits here.
Let's talk.
200 batting average against in the first half. That's down to 162 in the second half. OBP 322 in the first half. That's down 80 points to 244 in the second half. And then how about slugging? 342 in the first half, down to 216 in the second half. All in all, opponent OPS has dropped north of 200 points. You're losing one of the hottest relievers in all of baseball because he couldn't keep his hand out of a wall.
Out of a freaking wall. First of all, we're getting into October. I understand players have their own lives and they got to enjoy it. I mean, they're professional baseball players. They have the world in front of them. They can do whatever they want. But can you give it a week, please? Can we give it 1 week of just not going out and being like, the Brewers and my team is going to be a playoff team and they need me?
Dude, I mean, do you remember the high school quarterback would not play dodgeball in gym class because he needed his arm to be fine?
Exactly.
That's bigger than that. Devin Williams is a lot bigger than a high school quarterback.
High school football in Texas is maybe as big, but everywhere else. I mean, and that was a stupid joke. Like Devin Williams needs to be on the freaking field for the Milwaukee Brewers. I think it's a bigger blow. And I even was on the Twitter sphere and I tweeted that Brandon Belt hurting his thumb is really going to hurt the Giants. But then I walked myself back. I was like, they actually might get better somehow because the Giants are just weird like that.
Right.
But nobody is like the Giants. Nobody can just plug and play with every different split. Like you are losing not only one of the best relievers, but he's so hot right now, like you alluded to.
You say nobody's plug and play, and then I look at Tampa, and I'm like, they've been plugging and playing for 50 years. It feels like they haven't been around for 50 years, but they've been plugging and playing for 50 years.